whether you are watching me from Nigeria, from Pakistan, from India, from Ghana, and any country at all in this world. All right, the following things are things you can do to ensure that this year ends in a very powerful, good way for you. All right. So, number one thing I want you to do for me, not just for me, but for yourself and for your blogging career this year, is to get into a community of bloggers. Get into a community of bloggers. Now, some of us do not actually know that doing blogging alone is stressful. Regardless of the amount of success you are having right now as a blogger, you will do so much better when you are in a community of people. I mean, in a community of like-minded people. When you are in a community of bloggers, you get to hear other people, bring in their opinions. You get to share ideas. You get to learn from one another. You get to grow together, by learning from each other. All right. So in a community of bloggers, you can learn things. You can contribute your own as well. And then aside from that, you can become a better version of you, a better. So one of those communities you should join is the Prince Gabriel Okocha's bloggers community. We call it the Prince Gabriel Okocha's AdSense arbitrage bloggers community. You should be there. You should be there because this is one of the biggest and best groups to be as a blogger right now in the country. Now, in that group, you will find over 165 persons who are constantly growing, helping one another, sharing ideas, sharing insights, and growing at a very fast pace. So no matter the success you think you have seen, there are always people in there who can contribute one or two ideas to make sure that you see something better than you're already doing right now. Okay, so if you cannot join the Prince Gabriel Coaches bloggers community because it takes quite a lot of money to do that, you can also join other, similar groups on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on several places. Okay, just belong to a bloggers community where you can learn and grow and have your issues sorted out whenever you run into a brick wall. All right, so that's one of the things you can do for yourself this year. Number two, you should ensure that 2024 does not pass you by without you having someone you are learning from, in the sense of a mentor. Okay, have a mentor in 2021. It can be a mentor in your country, it can be a mentor in another country, it can be a mentor that is close by or afar. But have someone you are learning from, somebody that you can wake up every day and say, this is the issue I'm having with my blogs, these are the challenges that I've had over the last couple of days, and he will be right there to attend to you. Now, I'm not just talking about anybody paying anybody money to teach you anything. No, I'm talking about getting the right mentor for yourself. Okay, getting the right mentor for yourself, not just any other person out there that charges maybe 1 million, 2 million, 10 million and above. No, just find somebody out there whom you know has the heart for the people, who it is not just about the money for him or her, but about your growth. Okay, find that person. It mustn't be me, it can be anybody out there, but find that person and learn under that person. That's one of the best things you will do for yourself this year, 2024. Now, another thing you can also do for yourself is to decide that this year you are going to create only quality content on your website. Now, if what you have currently is not generating resources for you, it's not generating money, it's not generating traffic for you, the best thing you can do for yourself is to stop it, right? Throw it aside. Focus more on creating quality content that have the ability to drive traffic for you, content that have the ability to bring in the money for you. All right? That is one of the things you can do for yourself this year. Now, I'm not just asking you to blog on what you like the most. Blog on things that have to do with traffic and the money. Yes, I understand that you are passionate about blogging, but passionately blog for the money, or blog for the money passionately. So anyhow you want to put it, just make sure you blog for the money this year. All right. And one of the ways you can blog for the money is by creating quality content that are capable of generating resources, money, and traffic for your website. Okay. Then another thing you can do for yourself this year to make sure that you get the best of the year, all right, is to have targets that you set for yourself. Have targets that you set for yourself every month of the year. This is what I'm going to achieve. for this month. So it's either that this month I'm going to get this or I'm going to get that. And now when I'm talking about target, I'm not just talking about petty targets, like small targets. All right, have some concrete targets for yourself that every year, every month, this is what I'm going to achieve. Now, if you don't want to have like a monthly target, you can create it in such a way that you have big target, like yearly, the one that you achieve, just one project that you achieve for the rest of the year. So it can be to build your own house this year, to buy your first car this year. Don't see it as something that is impossible. All right, it is actually not impossible. It can be to buy your first car. And some persons may discourage you and say, yeah, you shouldn't get a car. Don't buy a car yet. But that's not correct. All right, that you shouldn't listen to their opinion. The idea that people have that buying a car is not necessary is hoax. Buying a car is actually very, very necessary for you as a blogger. So if you have the money and you can afford it, go ahead and buy one for yourself. I know to build a house is important. I know to build to buy lands are important. I know it's important to have different uh, businesses offline here and there, but it is also important to have a car that you move up and down with, because number one, it helps in upgrading your level, how people receives you, your acceptability. It also helps in how the people do business with you, the kind of businesses people can do with you. There are places you go to on Bolt or Uber or something, and somebody looks at you and say, no, this guy cannot handle this. All right. So just get one for yourself if you can. Make targets. It can be to get a car, it can be to have your own house. All right. You mustn't move into the house. You can just still stay as a tenant somewhere, but you have your own place at any time. You can always, bank on. All right. So have targets. Yours can be to set up a physical business. If you already have some of these things, go ahead and set it up. Supermarkets, you know, game centers, uh, you know, mobile apps, business mobile apps, business websites, and several of them, e-commerce, drop shipping, and several other things that you can always do by the side as a business. So you can set those things as your targets and ensure that every day in the month you achieve it, or every month of this year you achieve those ones. Now this year is meant to be big. Don't play it, don't play it small at all. This year is meant to be big. This year is meant to really end with every one of us, holding on to this or that to say these are our achievements for the year. Don't let anybody discourage you or make you feel like it's impossible. Okay. Then also this year you should optimize your blog for speed, optimize your blog for retaining users, optimize your ad placements, optimize your traffic, ensure that you move to traffic arbitrage, embrace ADS, embrace the new AdSense CPM model, and all of those things that are coming, and use this whole setup, this whole thing to make sure that the year ends really, really nice for you. I'll see you again in our next video, where we'll then start talking about things that relate primarily to blogging, to content creation, monetization, and so much more. Thank you.